It's hot, isn't it? It's hot.
It is, mate. It's a little bit sweltery, mate, isn't it?
Yeah, and I've got a fan in the workshop that works brilliantly, but I can't plug it in because the fan is over there.
Yeah.
And the sockets are over here.
Yeah.
And I haven't got an extension lead, and neither have I got the chat up, so I can't see what anybody's saying.
Oh, what you like?
With you.
Have you got a pet hamster in there, Ted?
Yeah, I thought I was doing so well.
Absolutely.
Wait, are we live?
Oh yeah,
Just
we're
polishing
live,
me.
mate.
Just polishing my ring. Sorry.
You're polishing your what?
Ring.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've got
we're
chat
live.
up now. I'll pop it out so I can get.
I don't know. Chris is
No,
up and
it's
it's all
chat
gone
though.
wrong already.
It's gone very right, actually. Never mind wrong.
There we go. Right. Yes, there we are. There we go. I've got chat, so I can see everybody now. Yeah. Welcome to Monday night. Yes, it's our usual bi-weekly show now at the moment because it's hot.
Bi-weekly.
It's very hot, and yeah, we're dying. Now then, because it's so hot, I understand that there is a shortage of flakes to go in your ice cream. Yeah,
No.
there's a shortage. There's a shortage of most things because of whatever is going on in the world. But one of the biggest things is flake to go in your ice cream. I don't know.
When will our national crisis end?
I blame shrinkflation, mate.
Yeah, I don't know now. I don't know if if you out there in America land over the pond and things have flake in your ice cream, or do they have sprinkles on them or something like that?
I think they have sprinkles over there, don't they?
That's probably what they do. So tonight's topic of discussion is: if you can't have a flake in your ice cream, what would you put in it?
For those who aren't in the UK, it's a stick of chocolate.
Yeah,
Ice cream, stick of chocolate.
I'm now picturing a very attractive lady in a skimpy swimsuit.
Steady, Ted.
Yeah, that
paddling-
advert. Yeah,
Colin, just turn this camera off for a minute, would you?
yeah, that advert we all saw at school with the. Yeah.
Yeah,
Steady now.
and I've now got the theme tube going around in my head.
Ted, the only thing that can shift that is the Cadbury's caramel bunny.
Yeah, now that was a little bit wrong, wasn't it? The caramel bunny.
A whole generation of red-blooded teenagers.
Yeah, that and Jessica Rabbit.
We were all a bit older by then, but yes.
Dear.
So that's the topic for tonight. That's what we're going to talk about. That and other things. So we'll as the evening goes on, tell us what you would have in your ice cream if you can't have a flake.
More ice cream.
Yes, more ice cream. Double ice cream. Yeah.
Did you ever have an ice cream man that used to put sherbet in the cone?
Yeah.
I was used to. You could buy like whatever the ice cream was, like a double one or a 99 or whatever.
Yeah.
But he had the slightly more expensive one where he'd fill it with sherbet and then put the ice cream on.
He used to also. They used to put one of those little bubble gum, not a gobstopper, but you know the little bubble gum ball things in the bottom.
Oh
Do you,
yeah.
yeah.
Had that.
Do you remember the things where you get like the little plastic triangle, like upside down Dalek with the bubble gum at the bottom? Screw balls. Oh, with ice cream and. Oh.
Yeah.
And do you remember the ice cream that was just a block of ice cream?
Yeah, with a wafer each side. Yeah.
2 wafers each side.
Yeah, choc ice.
No.
No, there were ice cream sandwiches.
Yeah. Ice cream sarnia, choc ice had chocolate all round it, didn't it?
Yeah.
It's a choc ice without the chocolate, just the bit in the middle, and they slap 2 wafers. There's a wafer each side of it.
Yeah, you get to the end bit, and by then the ice cream had splodged out everywhere. You're like, this isn't working well. Yeah,
I can't remember what we used to call the one with 2 things. Like it was 99, but was it just called the double 99 or something?
Double 99, if I remember right.
Were they called doubles?
I think they were, wasn't it? Had the single stalk. I shouldn't do that, should I? But yeah, had a single stalk with the 2. Yeah.
As I say, anybody from America hasn't a clue what we're talking about.
Nope.
Yeah, because they're not as refined as us with ice cream and
absolutely.
The ice cream van. Yeah. And listening for the chimes of the ice cream man.
Absolutely, mate.
I'm pretty sure they do have like ice cream trucks.
And as you saying for the ice cream, a sprinkle of roasted chopped hazelnuts, yeah.
Ooh,
or a little sprinkle of cinnamon. Oh.
Now here's the question. Here's the most important question. Scoop or
squish?
Mr. Whipping.
Mr.
Whipping.
Yeah, got to be squish.
I was always a squishy one, not a scoop, because scoop's just like I much prefer the
scoop was too solid. With the swishy one, you could go and it.
Yep.
Instant frozen teeth is like.
I can actually smell right in my mind now. I can smell the diesel from the ice cream van and the heat of the summer day, and I can hear the sound of the.
Yeah.
So there you go. Do you want sauce? And he'd be like.
Yeah, big old pot of...
Yeah, like a big pot about this big with the squeezy bottle lid.
And you'd be there with both your hands. I'm doing it again. You'd be there holding it with both your hands when you try not to drop it. It's like,
Yeah. Now, we did have one ice cream man on the estate. It was about the time when VHF video recorders were invented and came onto scene. And the ice cream van used to be surrounded by adults of an evening.
Yeah.
Passing
the ice creams along the chain to the excited kids. Yeah.
But the adults weren't there asking for ice cream because it was at the start of the VHF.
You used to get the slightly moody videos.
Moving on. Yeah, we'll
our ice cream man, as we got older, you could get your Moroccan woodbines from him. But yeah.
The joys of being an ice cream.
Oh yeah.
Welcome to eModels.co.uk's live stream on a Monday.
Yeah. Absolutely. Don't forget, folks, belly, a bench, a beverage. What is in your belly? What's on the bench? And what you're drinking? And also, to get a ding, you need to have finished the thing.
I need to find the ding thing. I've got the ding thing.
No, anything you finished in the last 2 weeks, because obviously we're doing it every fortnight now.
Absolutely.
So anything you finished, put it in chat, and for each thing you finished, if you list it individually, you'll get a ding.
Absolutely.
And as Bobbin says, is Ted going to be full screen all night tonight? No, I'm not.
I'm about to put Foxx full screen for the terms and conditions, folks.
Yeah, it's just we kind of accidentally did a preamble.
Yeah, Chris is missing this week. His car's broken down and he's a bit stressed out about it. So
well, we had a discussion, and Chris, his car was a bit broken, and we decided he was far too grumpy to actually come live on the telly.
His bottom lip's like an half-inflated dinghy, folks. He's got the right hump.
Yeah, I think what it was, he took his car to the garage, and the mechanic went.
And Chris's wallet went.
Yeah, fat wallet. Not anymore. Yes, anyway, this is the eModels Monday show, brought to you by eModels.co.uk, your one-stop shop for all your model making needs. Very simple rules, terms and conditions. It's a family-friendly show, so please keep it clean in the chat if you're in that. If you're in the chat, if you're watching this embedded in Facebook or Twitter or somewhere else, do come and join in the live chat. Hit the little YouTube icon in the bottom right-hand corner, and you can come and carry on watching and join the live chat, because we'll interact with the chat as best we can all night. Don't forget, of course, it is a show for eModels.co.uk, so please refrain from discussing other model retailers in the chat. It's not very polite if you do that, so please make sure you don't do that. And keep the chat clean, family-friendly, because it's a family-friendly show. But we'll do our best to interact with chat. We've all got a chat in front of us, but we're all old and the chats are really far away. So if you want to catch our attention, put your comment in big, fat capital letters. If you want to, you can do a super chat and help the guys at eModels out by pressing the dollar symbol at the bottom of the chat window. That puts your comment in a big coloured box and we can't miss it. But other than that, just get chatting, get watching, and hello!
Go.
Yes, good. Yeah, and if you are out there,
It's very warm.
Yeah, just watching, and we've popped up on your YouTube recommendations, and you don't know who the hell we are. Do come along and say hello, and you'll think this is a modelling channel, but it's not.
It's a what?
Ted, Ted, who the hell are we?
Nah, come on, Ted. You're stretching it a bit far now, mate.
Yeah.
Yes.
Even we don't know who we are. Yeah.
It's a show for remodels, but we do show some stuff in store, and we can answer all the questions you want, but we tend to just mess about for an hour and a bit and have fun.
We usually find that when you ask a question in here about modelling, we don't answer it. The people in chat will answer it for you. Because they know far more than we do.
We sit here like cats in headlights.
Like Pithy on a rock.
Yeah.
But yeah, do feel free to ask us lots of questions. We've all got the chat in front of us. Ask us anything. No religion, no politics, obviously. Modelling questions are brilliant. If it's something that we all have our own specialisations as to what we do, so if it's something we don't know about, then somebody in chat will be able to answer your question anyway. So do feel free to ask any and all questions about anything. I say no religion, no politics, but anything else is fair game.
When did we get specialisations, Fox? I didn't see the memo.
No, I mean, I do like the Gunpla and the Warhammers, and Ted does the boats. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I
don't mean like we all wear special outfits.
Yeah, I just seem to gather I just gather kits and seem to leave them unbuilt for a long time.
Yeah, Ted gets given all the big kits.
Yeah, basically, Ted likes his boats, I like me sci-fi, and Colin just mixes everything together into a big pile of stuff.
Build anything and throw it together.
Yeah, I tend to get a kit and go, way, do lots on it for a week and then nothing for years.
Yeah.
Talking of the Titanic.
Yeah, I can see it.
How's that coming along,
behind
Ted?
you there, mate?
Yeah, it's here. Look, Titanic. It's here. It's got bits done on it.
Oh, look, there's little mini Ted.
Yeah.
So,
There you go.
We're going to have to buy Ted another one of them little fluffy things for his microphone, just so he can cut a moustache out of it and put it on the microphone. It's like mini Ted.
I can stroke it.
I've got one of mine and all. It's just you can't help just fluffing your microphone sometimes, which sounds wrong.
It's really in the wrong position there, isn't it? But yeah, well, I've got.
I can't show you mine because it's right under the camera, but it's exact. We've all got the same microphone with the same Foxx, silver Foxx type fluffy, and it's really it's really strokeable.
Yeah, I found that I can quaff you mine, so do different sort.
I've tried stretching that and putting it on my head just to remember what air felt like.
The thing is, it's weird because it's like having a sort of big fat chinchilla on the top of your microphone. You can't just resist just fluffing it. And
you should put it on your chin, Fox. You'd have one of those nice, distinguished grey beards you want.
I always want us to do silver beard. I'm never going to get one of my. Thanks, Mama Fox. With your dominant genes. My dad had white hair and eventually white stubble. Mama Fox hasn't got white hair. I've
got the matching grey tyre tracks coming. It's like
if you grow them out, you can look like either a rocker or a terrorist or one of the two.
Absolutely, mate.
Anyway.
Anyway, let's have a look back in the chat. I'm going back to Andy McLeish, who says Billy leftover chili from yesterday with a fried egg, bacon, and potato bites. Potato.
Before you do that, Ted, Festus factoids.
Oh, I'd forgot as well.
I've just been sitting here letting you guys waffle on for ages.
We'll do it in a minute.
Okay, nobody noticed that, I don't think. I think we got away with it.
I don't think he noticed.
No,
I don't think he
no,
did.
we didn't notice. We'll go over and do.
Played 4 and 1, Ted.
Now we'll go over to Colin and the factoids.
Which we planned for, of course.
Yeah, even got a button for it, folks. I'll have you a bit of that. Hey, yeah,
Are you pressing your button live on the telly?
I am. I'm looking for the factoid to make sure I loaded it. It's going well.
Because I bet, right, because Chris isn't here tonight, so he normally does all the buttons and stuff.
Yeah.
So, because Colin's doing that, so I bet you haven't even got everything set up, have you? You're like, I've got that bit.
I've got it on the 2 monitors. I couldn't have the factoid where I normally have it because the screen capture it would capture the factoid like that all over us three. So yeah, it's anyway. Yes, folks, it's factoid time. You might have noticed on this day in 1986, because of fallout from the Chernobyl nuclear plant explosion in Russia, the slaughter and movement of lambs in parts of the Cumbria, Scotland was temporarily banned because fallout had come and hit the UK, folks. 1986.
That was.
You can't go over there. Come back.
That was
some time ago.
years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was more than 3 years ago.
Yeah, I didn't think it was that long ago, folks. So yeah,
Since then.
that's your factoid. So without looking down, he says, should we have a birth of the week? So
Birth of the week.
They can't see the fancy birth of the week there, can they, folks? But you can.
No.
We got on this day, Reginald C. Punnett. Oh, he's got a good middle name here. I didn't see that. I know it's in the middle, Cole.
Answers in the question.
Yeah, Reginald Crundle Punnett was born, and he
They don't make them like that anymore, do they?
No, he sounds like one of them strawberry things you get at Wimbledon.
Yeah.
Punnett was an English geneticist who, with the English biologist William Bateson, were among the first English Mendelian geneticists. They reported the discovery of two generic principles. The first account of genetic linkage.
Is that kind of Italian pasta? I'll have the prawn language, please.
Before we went live, I confessed to Foxx that I did a bit of home dentistry last night with a load of filler, and I'm struggling a bit because I keep putting my tongue on it. It's getting on my nerves. So apologies, folks. So he was bombed.
You get the little Dremel out and grind it down.
Oh, don't give him ideas, Ted. That's even worse. That's how he got there in the first place with the Dremel and the pliers.
Filler in the corner. Anyway, it's just a
Whose fault is that, Cole? Whose fault is that?
It was just a chunk of it fell off, and I was too scared in case the wife thought I'd been at it with the pliers, so I got the filler out.
Does Mrs. Workshop know you did that?
No, I haven't.
Good job it's not live on the internet.
I haven't had my inspection yet. That's due after this show, mate.
She's going to kind of notice like a golf ball at the back of your mouth.
Yeah, but I think she'll think I've done good.
Yeah, she'll just realise. She just realise it's Millie Put. Yeah.
No, it's proper dentistry filler stuff. Anyway, I digress. George Redmayne Murray was born on this day in 1865, and he pioneered the treatment of endocrine disorders. He was one of the first to use extractions of animal thyroid to relieve myxedema. severe hypothyroidism in humans. In 1891, he cut a thyroid out of a sheep, strained it through an handkerchief, and prepared emulsions.
What, the sheep or the thyroid?
Yeah, he prepared even emulsions of dried sheep thyroid in glycerin.
How do you strain a sheep? Don't answer that question.
Yeah. And last up, but no means least, there was an English biochemist, born.
Where are you going now? I'm going to chemistist.
It's going well. It's called Sir Frederick Goland Hopkins. He was born on this very day in 1861, folks. Been that that went so well. Shall we have some?
Hang on,
deaths?
what did you have to just give us information about this Frederick Hopkins?
Oh, he was an English biochemistry chemist even who shared with Christian Ejackman The 1929 Nobel Prize for Physiology of Medicine. There you go.
No, nothing unpronounceable in there.
No, they're coming up. Oh no. We got a French American. We got Death of the Week. We got a French American electronics engineer called Henri Gaston Bizingines, and he was famous for an high frequency direction finders, UFDUFs, apparently, permitted the US Navy during World War II to detect enemy transmissions, folks. Well, Colin Bennett. Oh, got a Belgian astronomer and cosmologist called Georges Henry Joseph Edward Lemaitre, and he formulated the modern Big Bang Theory. There you go.
I can't think who that actually is.
He reasoned even that the universe was expanding now, and the further you go in the past, the contents must have been closer together. I suppose it would be, being that it started with a Big Bang, mate. Anyway.
Which is a misnomer.
Oh God, we got a Russian microbiologist called Dmitry Losifovich Ivanovsky. There you go.
You do quite well with your Russian, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. But I'm learning Russian. Yeah. He was from his study of mosaic disease in tobacco. First reported the characteristics of the organisms that were later called viruses. There you go. And what
organisms.
We got a German inventor.
Ja, das ist richtig.
Oh yeah, I know. He was a pioneer of submarines called Sebastian Wilhelm Valentin Bauer. And in Creel Harbour, he made the first test drive of his first submarine, La Plonka Marianne.
La Plonka. La Plonka.
La Plonka Marine Diver, apparently. Stop it. I got away with that.
Oh, you did not get away with anything,
Last up is a bloke called German geologist called George Christian Butchell, and he originated the idea of stratigraphic formations, and his major work was, and here we go, Historia terrae et maris ex historia Feringi per Montenium descriptionium eruta.
Something about Ferengi Rutus, I think.
Yeah, it's unusual for its purely geological orientation. There you go, folks. I think.
Yeah, he certainly wanted all the letters in that.
I'll tell you, that was a tough one, mate. So there you go, folks.
It's going to have to be a big book to get all that on the spine of the book, isn't it?
Absolutely.
I just love the idea of, this is my new submarine, La Plonka.
Sorry about that, Pete.
I think he means plongeur.
Plongeur. So that's the factoid, folks. I hope you enjoyed all of that, the births and everything.
Candygram Jeff at Candygram says Huffduff equals high frequency direction finding HFDF.
There you go, mate.
I did make a point, a note of where we got up to before I got told off for going through the chat too soon.
Andy McLeish knows his eModels team law. He says Fester with the dentistry. Oh, he's at it.
Oh, we did see somebody new in here today as well.
Paula Lalin Ryder.
What? I wasn't
listening.
What
in the chat.
Oh,
yeah. Richard
welcome.
Thomas to Scale Model World says, "Good evening, Belly. Mighty meaty pizza.
Good evening, Belly.
A bench of Revell 99 Ford F-150 Lightning. Sorry.
We did have somebody else new in the chat who gave us their ice cream, but I've lost it.
Paul Ryder. That was him. New to the channel. He said it was a double 99er with nuts on.
Yeah, that's Polar Land. Is it Polar Land Rider?
Polar Land Rider. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Welcome. Andy McLeish says, hang about, Foxx is polishing his ring, Ted's whipping it out. Now they're talking about their silver things under the cameras and playing with their fluffy bits. What kind of stream is this?
It's the
only the finest.
Absolutely, only the finest for this channel, folks.
Yes.
Yeah. If only YouTube knew what we got up to.
Nev Bosin saying hello. Hello, Andy. How you doing, mate?
Hello, Andy.
Donald McKenzie says, hi, everyone. Sorry I'm late. Was keeping the sea lanes open.
That's all right, Donald.
Can you go a bit to port, please? Can you back over?
Can't park there.
Island Boy says he's finished a thing this week for a ding. He's had his hip replacement done. Does that count?
Well, I don't think it's a ding for a Highland Boy, but I think it could be a ding for the surgeon who did it.
Yes, absolutely. So get well soon, mate.
So this isn't a ding for Highland Boy, it's a ding for the surgeon.
Yeah, get well soon.
Yay.
Pass that on next time you see.
So don't forget, folks, if you have finished something in the last 2 weeks since the last show, put it in the chat. Tell us what you finished. Model kit, obviously. Put it in. If it's not a model kit, you can submit it, but it'll go to the committee for a decision.
Yeah. I have.
And you should know the committee's a bit of a tart.
Paul Land Rider said he finished a Lee Models Stingray sub. It dives and goes like a bomb.
There you go.
There we go.
I haven't finished nothing. I finished my dinner.
Comes in and he's finished.
Does that count? A Lego motorbike?
Oh, it counts. Yeah, you can have a ding for that. Yeah,
there you go. Thank you
Ted,
very much.
I finished nothing.
Yeah, I finished nothing either. I finished masking this off, and now I've got to paint it and mask it again.
Yes.
Yeah. Where else? Paul and Ryder says, Foxx, what make and where did you get your seam remover from?
I used 2 things for removing seam lines. Well, 3 things. Well, 4.
Notice there the special drawers.
Hobby's own drawer of goodness. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I use several things. I use a knife blade if it's a really tiny area. I've got the Citadel mould line removal tool. Keep in mind that the guys at eModels do now sell Games Workshop stuff. So if this isn't in stock, just drop them a message from the contact form on the website and say, can you get me one? And they'll get one in for you. That's the Citadel mould line removal tool. It's a really stiff steel blade that doesn't bend, and it's brilliant for getting rid of mould lines.
It doesn't break.
No, it doesn't break, and it gives you a nice smooth surface. And I also use the Tamiya Mark II Scriber if I need to get rid of a mould line that's within like a ridge. Like if it's inside a panel line, or if you've got a ridge surface and the mould line goes in between the ridges, you can get this in between the little raised bits and get the mould line out there as well. So my 2 go-tos are the mould line removal tool and the Tamiya Mark II Scriber.
Yeah, Anders is saying that it's in stock, mate.
Oh, is it? Lovely, because I wasn't quite sure if they had all the tools in it.
Yeah, removing seams is very important, because the seams are one of those things that when you finish your model and you take a picture of it, you see a seam that you haven't shifted.
Always shows up, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I tend not to use a knife blade very often unless it's a really tight area and I can't get the mould line removal tool in, because the blade bends. And if you're trying to get rid of a seam line and your blade's doing that and jumping on the surface, you get lots of scratches and chips and dings. That mould line removal tool just flattens it. It's brilliant. Get one. It's going to be your best friend, that tool.
Where are we up to in chat?
Nevbo says he finished the Ford GP roughly 2 weeks ago. So he should get a ding. Happy days.
The Ford what, Cole? The Ford what?
Ford GT40, mate.
There you go. There you go.
Where was that? What else are we up to?
I finished nothing.
Useless.
I've not really had any time. I've not very little time at the bench the last couple of weeks, sadly.
That's been a bit warm, innit?
Yeah, well, not time for filming anyway. Sadly, I'm still working on the eModels Canis Rex Imperial Knight. It still needs all the painting doing, which I'm in the middle of filming.
Keith says, "Oh, I want a Lego motorbike now."
Yeah.
And Anders gives you the more line remover, the catalogue number, and it's £9.89.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you go on
can-
the eModels website and just do hashtag 6665.
You could add it to one of the items from What's in Store, item number 3 from What's in Store.
Absolutely.
Please.
Come in the same package. So there we go.
So has anybody finished anything else? And don't forget, folks, we've not done any bench and belly yet. What's on your bench? What you're working on? What's in your belly? What have you had or having for your dinner? And what's your beverage of choice right now? I've got water.
Yeah.
I've
On my
got
bench
mine.
is the Imperial Night Canis Rex.
I've got
Yeah,
my
I
juice of
tonight-
goodness.
Yeah. I made some gorgeous elderflower cordial over the week. So
Was that cordial, Ted, or was it wine?
No, I didn't make the champagne because I didn't have any strong enough bottles because they tend to explode.
So how much is
Cordial.
left in this empty cordial barrel, Ted?
Oh yeah, well I haven't had chance to try it on any gin yet, but the weekend's coming and we can try some elderflower cordial with
It's
gin.
like Mrs. Ted's like, what are you drinking? It's cordial, darling. It's cordial. Okay, you're going to drive the van. I don't feel like driving at the moment. I'm a bit tired.
However, most people know that yesterday was Father's Day. I hope all the dads out there got some nice presents. I got a bottle of Drambuie, which I've never had before.
Hey, Ted, you have to try a flaming dram.
No, right.
Right, get yourself a shot glass. This, not that we give alcohol advice on this show, but you know how you like.
Not that anybody drinks on here.
The golden rule when you go to the pub is never mix the grape and grain. Yeah, you don't have like lots of beer and then say wine or spirits, and try not to mix them because you get a really bad hangover. There is one way I found that kind of sort of sometimes makes you not have such a bad hangover, but it doesn't always work, and your mileage will vary. Drink whatever you want during the evening if you're on beer, but the last thing you do is you have 1 or 2 flaming Drambuies. And what you do is you get a shot glass and you put your shot of Drambuie, a standard shot, and you light it, flames. And what you have to do is you have to do 1, 2, 3, blow, like that, cover it, and then give it a few seconds and then just knock it back, but breathe in when you knock it back and you get all the fumes as well. Or what we used to do sometimes was we'd put our hand over it, give it a few seconds, then go like that to get the fumes and then knock it back. But for some reason, doing 1 or 2 of those makes you hangover less the next day. I don't know why. I always had less of a hangover.
If the next time you see us, you see all this surrounding and it's all charred and burnt and
Ted's got no moustache or eyebrows.
Yeah.
You just have, unlike my friend who forgot one night, you have to remember to blow the flame out before you do the, because he burnt his nose. But it's the important bit is to get the vapours like that.
Yeah, I think what I'll do, I'll wait till Mrs. Ted goes out before I try that one.
Paul Di Tommaso is in. Welcome, Paul. He says, why is Chris not on? Is he okay? He's absolutely fine. His car's broken down and he's in a really grumpy mood, so he decided it's best not to be on camera while he's grumpy.
Yeah, we're letting him have a good wibble.
Do you know what? We've just thrown him under the bus, haven't we, completely?
Chris is doing that walk, he's looking at the carpet and he's kicking his feet around the lounge.
Like Daffy Duck going, dum, 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 dum.
Proper Dick Dastardly voice.
Keeps going out to the car and kicking the tyre.
And Gemma's there. Will you go and do something constructive?
Just going back in the chat, Peter Povey. Peter Povey.
Hello,
Yeah, hello. Working on a bloodthirster.
Oh,
that's
nice.
Warhammer, Ted.
I must be
Edward Leonard has finished. Welcome, Edward. Hand squishies.
Hello, Edward.
Edward Leonard, I finished Warhammer Age of Sigmar Alariel the Everqueen. That's true, you did, and it's gorgeous.
Yeah, stunning.
That's like a giant stag beetle with a very naked lady on the top. It's a very pretty model, very beautiful model.
Lee Barrett belly, salmon fillet with roast potatoes and salad. Bench, he's decaling an AMT 48 scale F4 Phantom.
Yeah, he says it's an old one. That's what condition? Are the decals in good condition, or are they all yellowed, or what? If it's an old one, they're going to be. I've got a
Phantom.
I've got a refit Enterprise A in the loft upstairs from 1984, and not that I want to build it anyway because it's got the raised Aztec paneling, but the decals are like, I don't touch them because they're just yellow, and it's like if I touch them they'll just explode.
Bung them in an envelope and post me and I'll do you a new set, mate.
Jet, thank you very much. No, well, I'm not going to build it anyway because it's got the raised Aztec panels, which is
I won't do you a new set then.
Thank you. No, I got it and I didn't realise, and it's just like you can't You know the paneling you get on
Yeah, I
Starfleet
know,
vessels. It's raised. It's like built into the mould. It's like,
Oh, what a shame.
all you can do is spend months sanding it. I'm not doing that. Gemma says, "All you gits, be nice."
We
No,
are nice, Gem.
Yeah,
Trust us.
we're always nice. Yeah, this is just a front that we put on. You know,
'Cause Chris-
afterwards we hug each other and
yeah,
and
because
say
Chris would
nice
never
things.
mercilessly mock us, would he?
He wouldn't. He
He
wouldn't.
would not mercilessly mock us.
Yes, he would.
Lee Barrett says, "Decals are a challenge. Some are falling apart."
Give them a coat of plastic coat clear sealer first, mate. Let it dry for 24 hours and then retry it, mate. And it'll bind them together and give them a nice coat of plastic.
Just need a thin coat, don't you? Not like a
Yeah,
big
yeah,
one.
you don't need a big watch.
I
spray.
just send for an aftermarket set.
Yeah.
Paul Lamb Rider says, "That's the one, Foxx, the Citadel one." There you go. Yep, the mold line removal tool.
Yeah.
It'll be your favourite. That and the Scriber will be your favourite tool.
Oh, yeah.
Especially if you're making plasma weapons with the plasma coils. For getting rid of the mold line, that Scriber tool.
Yeah.
Anything ribbed, if you pardon the expression, like plasma coils or anything like that, it's
Yeah.
perfect.
Oh, we've had many a bit of fun with them on the Lehman Russ, mate, haven't we? It's like,
Oh yeah, we're making Lehman Russes, all the little plasma coils and bits and bobs. What's your bench and belly, Ted?
Oh yeah, I had homemade cheese and onion pie with veg.
nice.
Yeah, and on the
Ingredients:
bench at the moment-
cheese, onion, pie.
Yeah, cheese and onion pie. It's great. And she made a meat pie yesterday. Steak and mushroom pie yesterday. But she made it with a super short crust pastry, and it was really short.
Nice.
Short. I don't know what that means, but the top.
I don't
was
know
like
what that means.
The top was like a biscuit. It was like shortbread on the top of it. It was really sweet.
I don't know anyone that makes pies. I'm sad.
Yeah.
I have no access to homemade pies or homemade anything.
But as for the bench, Titanic, and I know I've got a sort of house thing here as well. So
It's looking mint, mate, isn't it?
Well, I did my bench before, but my belly tonight will be after the show. Mac and cheese and chips.
Oh, nice.
But I might. It's not a big thing of mac and cheese. I might have to add something to it. The only thing I've got that I don't need to defrost is like a microwave curry.
Andy McLeish makes a comment of, "You mean the mold line removal tool that Fester broke?"
That would be an ecumenical matter.
Yes, you mean
He
that
said from under the bus.
Yes. Surely, I don't think he would have broken that thing that's made of a piece of steel with some steel in the middle and a piece of steel on the other side. Surely not. Not possible. Impossible.
You've seen the evidence.
I bet Colin can break one of those samurai swords, that thousands of years of construction.
Absolutely. The thing is, the only reason I broke it is through stupid user end use. I may have used it with an hammer to try and break apart some pieces on a 3D print.
Can you imagine you and Tony in a room with a single object? Tony would spill it and you'd break it.
Could you? The chaos me and Tony Fairclough would cause in a room are full of buttons saying "Do not press." Yeah.
What does this one do?
Andy McLeish says, "Bus thrown."
That's all right, Andy. I will note this one down.
Yeah, take that man's name. Anyway, should we do what's in store? Because it's my what's in store this week.
Ted's what's in store.
Absolutely.
What's in store?
Ted, what's in store, Ted? Don't forget, now, when we do what's in store, a couple of golden rules. First of all, you are contractually obliged to order item number 3. Whether you want it or not, that's the contract you enter when you watch the stream. You have to watch it.
Item number 3 is a nice one.
Yeah, so there you go. Not like me when I put the 42-foot across model plane or something.
Absolutely. Steve Spencer Beanie's in the chat. Hello, Steve.
Hey,
How
Steve.
you doing, mate? Nice to see
Now,
you.
there will be a theme tonight, of course, as with all our things. There is a theme, and we always play the game. Whoever gets the theme first wins absolutely nothing. Nothing.
Out.
There's now taken out because there's now put in.
Yeah. And it comes to you instantly.
Yeah, through our patented eModels vacuum tubes.
Yeah, you don't have to.
Have you prepared the tubes, Ted?
Yeah, all right. Prepare the tubes and had the hamster down it.
Oh, lovely. I think we've got all the B's out of it now. I think we've got rid of all the
Yeah, I
B's.
think the B's are gone now, mate.
Yeah, it will be a bee-free tube.
Beefy tube. So Ted's going to go through a number of items in the store. What you need to do is do nothing and shut up until Ted's finished and comes back and says, that's the things. What's the theme? Go. And then the first person in chat to get the answer right wins through the vacuum tubes of happiness. Absolutely nothing in a box made of nothing.
Yeah. The thing is, there might not even be a tenuous link to anything, and it could be the first thing that somebody suggests on our line.
It could be there might be no theme, and Ted just might pick the first answer that looks reasonable.
Could just be things that Ted noticed on the website when he had a browse.
Things on the eModels front page.
Well, you mean I had to look at the eModels website and not another web?
Oh,
well, we don't know. We haven't seen the screen that you've chosen yet, have we?
This may now be our most popular what's in store ever. Does any of them include the word luscious?
Absolutely.
I think I've been looking at the wrong website.
Yeah. Now, don't forget, of course, folks, we don't work for eModels directly, so we don't know how many of each of these items are actually in stock. They'll be in stock, but there might be 1, there might be 1,000. So if any of these things tickle your fancy as Ted's going through them, don't forget. Ted?
Slap it in your basket. I nearly forgot.
Don't be like Ted. Don't forget. Don't forget to slap it in your basket.
I was just removing some of these what's in stores. That
Yeah, too many flesh tones, Ted. Yeah, don't forget to slap it in your basket, because if there's only one in stock and you put it in your basket and somebody else comes along, they can buy it out of your basket. Yeah. So,
but it's not yours till you check it out. So
buy one, you get one free. I say you buy one, you don't get one free. I'm making that up.
You buy one, you have to buy another one. You buy one, you have to buy another one.
eModels are experts in providing you with goods and services in exchange for money. Yeah. So yes, if anything tickles your fancy, grab it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And if you do check it out and you think, oh, I need some paint for that, you can just drop the guys at eModels a little note, a little message saying, I've ordered 2 things. Can you put them in the same package?
Yeah, just send them a message and put both the order number. Or if you ordered do 2 or 3 orders, put the order numbers in the email and they'll know to put them all together. James has told me they sometimes spot that anyway and do it by default. But if you do have to do multiple orders, just let them know and they'll put them all together.
So hopefully there's a couple of things that you're going to like tonight, and it's a real probably easy anyway, but it's good.
We thought we'd go off. We thought we'd stop the trend of giving your stuff you don't like, because that's rubbish.
Yeah. So if we could share the screen, and we'll do these things. And the first one tonight is the 1/72 scale flying saucer model kit. Alien invaders.
Dun, dun, dun. My fingers up.
Warning.
Clearly an alien.
Yeah, warning. Alien invaders. Yeah, so there we are.
Just listen to it, Colin. It'll be fine in about 5 minutes.
It's brilliant.
I like this one because I think we've seen it before, but I do like the box art on this. This is Squadron. 1/72 alien invader, and it doesn't look much, but apparently there's 120 odd parts in here.
Really?
For a 1/72 scale model, and it even has all the parts are also included to build a military version of the Haumbau 2. That's the
that's the German what if
Yeah,
it's the same design of I don't know if it's exactly the same kit. It might be, but it's that kind of design of that you often see as the.
So I take it
what if
that kit there. Then you can probably disassemble it slightly so you can see the interior. I would have thought then.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure.
If there is
a lot of parts, isn't it?
Yeah, there's 120 parts, and it says he's got replacement parts to simulate 4 laser guns. Now,
laser guns.
You could light this up with a nice little lighting kit from small scale lights or something like that.
Yeah.
You could make
something subtle, Ted, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now I think this is actually based on. I think this design is based on one of the classic Billy Meyer photographs. I think. Yeah. Which is where he used to hang them on a bit of string and take a photograph and say they were alien, and they weren't because he was just an idiot. But I think it's based on one of those.
But certainly there's lots you can do with this. It just looks a basic flying saucer, but by the time you light it up, I'll put some sort of strobe lighting on it or something like that.
See, what you need to do is if you've got the know-how, the electronical know-how, get yourself a little Arduino board and get a little software theremin and just do it so that whenever you put your hands near it, it goes.
Absolutely.
Does all the.
You only need a
noises.
photo cell, don't you?
Or you could put some strong earth magnets in it and repelling each other. You could just have it hovering.
You could light it up, mount it to a boom arm, and have it as a really sexy bench lamp.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea. Yeah, but that's it. That's the 1/72 scale flying saucer model kit. Good warning, alien invaders. Yeah, I better move on. The next one is the Ashobia Thunderbirds excavator and pilot set. Now, I can't think that I ever saw this one.
No, I don't recognise this at all.
No. Recognise Thunderbird 2 in the background, so it must have probably come out of one of the pods. But no, I don't remember this one. But maybe,
I mean, Ashima do have the license for Thunderbird's kit, so they do a lot. So it might be real and maybe just something you saw very briefly that I don't remember.
Yeah, it appeared in one episode.
Yeah, for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But they do have the license for Thunderbird, so
Yeah, if I remember
probably is
rightly,
real.
it fired the cables into the ground that held it as it tunnelled down. Because I may have every episode of Thunderbirds because I'm sad.
Okay, Colin, you can talk about this one then.
Oh, I used to like Thunderbirds. Thunderbirds
Yeah,
was
that
brilliant.
epic nail-biting episode where they was trapped in an underground cavern. And
Again?
they had to get this out, and it rescued them just at the last minute before the cable snapped.
When they were trapped in the underground Fuller's Earth cavern.
Yeah.
It was good how you used to mix animation with sort of real life. You'd see a hand undoing a knot.
Him and his
real
wife
hand.
used to use their own hands, didn't they, for the shots, like checking the time on a watch, or Lady Penelope doing something with her hands.
Yeah, you see like a close-up shot of a real hand, and then you go to the puppet, it'd be like that. It's 5 o'clock.
Yeah, the puppets held a gun like one of those badly made action men. It was like,
I'm going to shoot you. Oh, I shot him. Never mind.
So yes,
I do apologise, anybody, if you are commenting on this, but I can't see the chat at the moment because I've got it hidden while I'm doing it.
They're talking about probes, so I wouldn't worry about missing the chat.
We've got item number 3, please.
Cashier number 3, please.
Item number 3, please.
Ba-ba-ba-boom.
It's the Revell, Revell. But it's the 1600 Star Trek USS Enterprise. It's the original series one. But this one's got lights and sounds and
USS Enterprise.
realistic functions, Ted.
realistic functions. But parts are included, light and sound technique. So so build this one. It's already got the lights and sounds in it. Like we could have had this at the spaceship at the front. Look for Revell. Quite a nice model. It's probably not actually by Revell. It's probably from somebody else.
If it's painted nicely, it's not a Revell model maker. Oh, you don't mean the box art. You mean the kit itself.
Yeah.
Yep. So, seam like paddle lines. Yeah, lots of paddle lines. And it correctly don't paint it white. It's like a greyish off white.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is the one with the kit and it lights up. Technic Star Trek Level 5 Technic. So it probably means Technic because it's got lights and sounds. But there we go. Yeah.
Die Flaschen bliepen, glowen, bulben. Ja, das ist richtig.
So there we go. Not much more to say about that.
Seriously nice kit, doesn't it? That.
Yeah, does look. Yeah. Well, I don't seem to see any information giving actually the finished size of the model, but
About that big, I reckon.
Yeah.
it's about
half the size of a 1300 kit.
See what he did there.
See what I did there?
it's about
Typically Star Trek kits tend to be 1350, so I can't remember how big the original Enterprise is.
there you are. Dimensions 58.8 centimeters.
Cool, that's a fair old size. That's A2 cutting mat size, isn't it?
Centimeter. How was it? 58 point what?
58.8 centimeters.
Really?
Yeah.
It's only got
That's
91.
like that. That's like wider than my thumbnail. That's like that's like as long as my leg. That can't be right.
Yeah.
Because that would mean a 1350 is like about 5 foot long. Wow, it's pretty big. It's as tall as
91 parts. It says. So,
it's as wide as my little screen here. If I hold the tape there, that doesn't help at all, does it?
Doesn't if they're watching on a phone, Fox. No.
Well, they shouldn't be watching on a phone. Go on a proper telly. We're too pretty to be on a phone.
Yeah,
it's as far from my monitor over there to here.
So yeah, Captain Kirk looking all serious there.
Yeah.
As he does. And the next one.
Has he just done a stab at you with a tape measure?
Yeah, but whatever happened, he's gone.
He did.
Fell out and everything and all that and everything.
Did you do a stab at you with your tape measure?
It went ping, caught the end of my fingers. I was like, got nipped.
Next one we got tonight. It's a book. One of these Abtelung books.
It's a puppet. Wait, no, sorry.
Yeah, it's brilliant. It's creating histories for sci-fi.
Oh, nice.
Creating histories. Oh, yeah. It's part of the Damage series.
Yeah, they're really good, aren't they?
These are brilliant. We often feature these on What's in Store because they're a brilliant reference.
I'll tell you what. The T-34 Sorrow Sub Land Speeder that you saw in that last picture on the cover there. Yes, I have my Star Trek geek nerd card, thank you. Revell actually do, but they actually do a really nice kit of that, in that the figures are terrible, but the land speed is about this big. And it's really good fun to weather it, because it needs to be battered. You can put some extra greebles in the cockpit to make it look like it's a cockpit, but it's great fun for weathering. And it's only about 12 or 13 quid, I think, the kit. It's dirt cheap. It's a good little kit. Carry on, sorry.
Yeah, but this comes down to weathering. Yeah, this book will feature sort of everything you need to know about sci-fi and things like that. I thought that was one of the ball tanks, but yeah, it gives you some ideas of what to do, how to do it, some inspiration, weathering techniques. One of the I think is that a Walker thing or
ATST,
isn't it?
Chicken bonds, as Tony would call it.
Yeah, but yeah, for reference, they're brilliant. And when you haven't got an internet connection, or just when you want to have something on your bench next to you that you can refer to quite easily without having to flick through screens and try and enlarge pictures and things like that. Brilliant. Yeah,
magazines and books are always an invaluable asset to have.
Nothing is good. Yeah.
Sometimes it's just nice, isn't it, to sit there and just have especially like tabletop size book, you know.
Yeah, they're just nice and tactile books, aren't they? You can just flick through them, and then you can.
Even if you don't want to use it as a how-to guide, it's just all the photos of the models in progress or built and finished in them. They're just great sources of inspiration. Because you might see a model that you didn't even know existed, or you might see a model of they might have done something and painted in a particular. Oh, I like that colour scheme. I can put that on my completely different model.
Absolutely.
So they're just great little resources to keep your mojo flowing.
And one thing about Abtelung as well, I could point out on this picture, this slide here, is that Abtelung don't always push their own products, like you see them here using Humbrol enamels.
Absolutely.
Like that. So they're using all sorts of media to create the finished article. It's just not...
Is that someone making a model out of a mouse?
Yeah, looks like it.
Cool.
Doesn't it?
Looks like a computer mouse.
Yeah, it does look. Yeah,
I've often had thoughts about taking a mouse and
that
making
one
it into a
Ted
spaceship.
thought was a ball tank, was one of those Pokemon things, wasn't it?
I did wonder if it was a Pokeball.
Yeah. Oh. So again, those of you that like your scratch building or greebles, pardon me, that can give you some great ideas on how to put them to use.
Yeah, just for some inspiration. It's brilliant. Yeah, you think, you might not need to copy what's in the book, but you think, oh, yeah, that's a good way.
There's always something you can take away from these books, Ted. That's what I find. You know, you might not use everything you see, but you can go, well, I could use that technique. I could use that and apply that to that. And
just so you know, chat isn't paying any attention to us at all because they're all making Star Trek jokes at the minute.
Absolutely, yeah.
But you can see the kind of weathering you can get on those land speeders. Revell do a kit, and like I say, it's about 12 or 18 quid or something. It's the figures are terrible. You can throw them away and burn them. Yeah. And if you do a lot of modification to it to add details like wires and cockpit details and stuff, it's quite a basic kit, but it's big and you can add so much to it. I did it on mine, and I've got all kind of little bits and wires. I used bits of an old Panzer IV tank to make a gearbox and a gear lever and things like that. And then you can just paint it and weather the crap out of it. It's brilliant. They are really good little kits.
I'm trying to think. It's a few years ago, that one now, isn't it?
I'll probably do another one because they are great little kits. Stick it on a clear acrylic rod and you've got a floating land speeder.
Don't we?
It's not often I recommend Revell Star Trek kits, but sometimes I do.
So there we go. That's the Abteilung 502 sci-fi.
Abteilung!
The damage, part of the
That's
damage
fantastic.
series, but brilliant. Yeah, collect them all. Yeah, eModels have them. They don't just sell models; they sell books as well. So there we are. Damaged sci-fi. Oh, the next one. Ooh,
Yes.
Oh, look at that.
Star Wars.
Can't beat a bit of Bandai Star Wars.
This is the Bandai Y-wing. Now, I always get confused about these things because I'm not really a Star Wars sort of know anything about Star Wars. But yeah, this Star Wars Y-wing starfighter. Do you have any pictures? Hang on, let me refresh it. See if we can get.
If you Revell Star Wars kit's like a bottle of White Lightning in a bus shelter with 4 teenagers, then your Bandai Star Wars kit's like a fine glass of Chateauneuf de Pape in a very refined setting. They are the best Star Wars kits you're going to get, basically.
So and at 61 quid, a bargain. Yeah,
I've got one of them. I need to build. It's under my bench at the minute. Tony gifted it to me. But yeah, the Star Wars Bandai kits. I mean, the Bandai Star Wars kits. They are the best Star Wars kits you're going to get. End of discussion, basically.
Well, we're just flicking through a few slides.
Yep. So they are push fit kits. But you don't have. You can glue them all together. They are push fit kits for and they are pre-coloured. But you can of course build it like a normal model kit and paint it however you want. They are wonderful kits, and they are.
I'm glad Foxx is here because I could just say it's a Bandai.
Absolutely. I mean, I got lost when they killed off K9.
Yeah, no, nothing about it.
You're banned, Colin. So irrelevant, isn't it?
But
yeah, and also I have to say the Y-wing is my favourite Star Wars vehicle. My favourite Star Wars vehicle is the Y-wing.
Oh well. I didn't know that, by the way. I just picked these up. When it was.
I really hope that perhaps someone like D'Agostini might one day do a part work of the Y-wing.
Oh yeah,
that'd be nice.
Yeah, that looks like him off Halo, doesn't it?
No, Ted, it doesn't.
Is it not?
I would have gone for the guy out of Space 1999, but
I would have done that.
Sorry, I was just trying to sound geeky and things like that.
Mate, we knew where you was going, Ted.
Sounds like that John Halo from the Halo.
Yeah, that chef bloke.
I do see that Sky are advertising Halo as a TV series now. So
yeah, they've made a short TV series that's incredibly loosely based on the video games. Kind of not really. It's like an alternative universe storyline, so it's not the same. Story. It's supposed to be quite good, but
I shan't be watching it. So
you should watch it, Ted. It's good stuff.
Yeah,
but there's Rudies in it, and in the games, Master Chief doesn't do Rudies.
Oh, can't
There's none of that nonsense in the game. You're just shooting aliens non-stop.
I need a drink. Anyway, the final thing tonight is the Coastal Kits Sci-Fi 6 display base. Now then, if you built a Y-wing, or as you can see on this one, there's an X-wing.
He got it right, Cole. He got it right.
I'm so proud of you, Ted.
Do you think that's because he had to look it up earlier just to check what it was?
See, I knows you know.
Does it say in the description underneath? Are we about to
X-wing not included?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. Now, if you wanted to display something and you just wanted to do it quick and easy, what better thing that you want to display your model on than the Coastal Kits display base?
Oh, think of the weathering you could do on that.
Yeah. Is it one of the Coastal photograph?
Yeah,
things?
I think
not a solid.
All it is a photograph on a card mount. So you don't need to do any painting or anything to it. It just looks good. It's got an X-wing here. But why not put a Y-wing on it?
I actually used one of those Coastal bases when I did the knackered old transit van build for eModels, which is on this channel. There's a playlist. I used one of their bases, which was
It was actually an airfield, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like an airfield, bit where the tiles would have been 20 feet across, but because I was doing a 1/24 scale vehicle, they looked like normal size flagstones. So I put some grass down over it and some bits and bobs and used that as a basis. Built a curb, and it was great. They are really good. The little things that just make a base look a bit more interesting. Stick a picture frame around it.
Yeah.
And this one's a sci-fi base, but if you've got a helicopter, they have like a helicopter rotor wash over the seascape.
They've got landing strips and
roadways, aircraft hangars and things like that. But yeah, for $4.95, how can you go wrong?
Yeah, if you don't like doing dioramas, or it's not a skill you've got, or you just don't know how to do them, it's a very quick way of just getting one of these, stick it in a picture frame, put a rod in it to mount the model, and you're done. And you've got a nice little. It's better than just having it sitting on the stand it came in with the kit in. Yeah, because they're generally not that good.
Yeah, I see this one here is combined too, so he's like made a backdrop to the base as well, and it looks brilliant.
Trench run.
Easy. Yeah. So there we are. So quick run through again. We've got Alien Invaders. We've got the excavator and pilot set from Thunderbirds. We've got Revell, Star Trek, the original series. The Absalom sci-fi special. The Bandai Starwing Fighters with the guy not from Halo. And we've got Coastal Kits, Display Base, all of them. Yeah, that's it. So let me find the chat. We can stop sharing. He says, so we'll stop sharing. I'll find the chat back. And I will now say, go for your chance to win nothing.
Is the theme microbes?
No. Andy McLeish straight in with space sci-fi.
He's good, isn't he?
Space bobbins, sci-fi. Space hamsters, says Robert. Retro Rabbit. Squee. Is it the last Starfighter? Nearly, Phil, but yeah, you're beaten to it there by Andy McLeish, who says space sci-fi. So I shall just vacuum up the vacuum tube.
Sure, that wasn't the sound of two black holes colliding.
Yeah. So there we are. Yes, the nothing is on its way down the special eModels vacuum tube. If you just look behind your computer or behind the telly, wherever you're sat, you'll probably find, you didn't know it was there, but you'll find an eModels vacuum tube where nothing's just come out of it.
So you may not have realised, but by coming on this channel and watching a video, you authorise us to secretly install a vacuum tube without
that
you realising
little pile of brick dust that you were sat there looking at, thinking, "Where's that come from?" That was us.
Yeah.
We send little mice through the vacuum tubes each night, and they chip away, and eventually every house will have a vacuum tube.
Yeah.
If you suddenly have an influx of bees, that's nothing to do with us.
We got special eModels moles that burrow all the way through.
Yeah.
Now, the Bobbins makes a comment, and I suspect I'm the only person either here or in chat that will get it, but he says, "Space!" And I know what that's a reference to. So, yes. Tim Curry, good stuff. Yes. Space!
Well, there we are.
Nobody else will get that.
No. Yeah, we've been chatting lots and lots tonight, and we're overrunning with time.
Overrunning with time. Time falling out everywhere of the cup.
We're running into gin time. So
we're brimming with time, Ted, are we?
Yeah, so we need to do some things.
Absolutely. We got a thing to give away, haven't we, from last week?
We certainly have, Stanley. Is that my cue to press buttons and fall out?
That's your cue to press buttons in the hope that it really doesn't go wrong.
Andy McLeish eModels moles is that eModels.
Oh, eModels. He also says incoming vacuum tube of. Right, I suppose I should share. How do I do this now? Give me a second.
I'll do it for you. There you go.
Oh, good girl.
It's me. Did I look like that 2 weeks ago?
Yeah. I just happened to freeze it on a frame where Ted was going through the eModel store and found one of those very scantily clad female sports car accompaniment figures.
God, how
the ones that you can put next to your 124 sports car, and they're like, "Oh look, I'm a woman."
How I've aged in 2 weeks, and I need a haircut.
Yeah, get your haircut, you hippie.
Pigs in space.
You wouldn't keep all that under your helmet, Ted. Yes, right. So yes, if you remember, the week before last, we had our usual giveaway, and we said to James Mate at eModels, "James Mate, please select for us a prize to give away to the good folks." And he said, "I will give you a la peanut butter sandwiches." That.
Oh.
So we are giving away the ICM 172nd Mikoyan MiG-29 Fulcrum of the Ukrainian Air Force.
And I have one of them, and it is a really nice kit.
Yeah, it's only just come out of pre-order recently, isn't it? So,
yeah, it got shipped to me last week.
Yeah. Now, if you don't win this tonight, you can of course buy it, and just so you know that 50% of all the funds raised by it are being donated by ICM to support the armed forces of Ukraine.
Yeah.
So there you go. So they also do a acrylic paint set for the Ukrainian Air Force as well. So if you want to build it as that, you've got the option of getting the correct paints as well.
If you scroll up, Foxx, the box art there, the checkerboard paint scheme actually comes as decals as well, folks, in case you're worried about replicating that paint scheme. It's a lovely set of decals in there that will replicate that for you. Yeah.
So that's what we're giving away, the 177 MiG-29 Fulcrum of the Ukrainian Air Force. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the last video we did, the last live stream. We're going to take the magic code at the top here, you can see. I'm going to leave it on that picture of Ted, looking slightly confused.
That's the live stream where Foxx didn't appear on screen.
Yes, my camera had some issues.
Yeah, he was just sat in his shorts and his vest at home. And you don't want to see it.
Yeah, it was unplug it and plug it back in again, and it worked.
Yeah. Yeah. No, there's a cable at the back that I don't have access to.
Which we'd been telling him all night. Just unplug it.
Wouldn't have it, Ted, would he?
No, it's a cable that I can't get to without taking the whole PC out, so I couldn't do anything anyway.
No, if I've got to plug my camera in, it means I've got to go and get dressed and I'm still in my
Absolutely.
I wish. Anyway, we shall move away from Ted.
Out, wouldn't he, Ted?
We shall move away from Ted's porn face and just move on to. I've got the link. I've got the link. Yeah.
I now need to erase that from my memory.
I shall copy and paste the link. I'll just copy it again. Sorry, this Ted's porn face again. We shall paste it into the random YouTube picker, picking random YouTube comments randomly, which picks them randomly from YouTube. So we shall put that in there, and we shall filter duplicate users.
And if you haven't already put something in chat, you're too late.
Yeah, well, you've got a few seconds. We'll pad it out for another 10 or 15 seconds. So if you haven't done it yet, go and find you're on the channel. Go and find the last show, which was the 6th of June, and get your comment on there because I've not pressed go yet. So I shall give you a little while. Now I need to do a maths question to get the comments. I don't do maths. Is it 47?
Can't remember.
What's 9 plus 2? Let me get my calculator out. Hang on. Where's my phone? Hang on. You have to do science on this show. Let me just do some. M. I'm trying to pad to give people time to put a comment on the video.
Yeah, mine just came up with tilt.
Actually, hang on. Let me try again. Hang on. It says boobs. Woohoo! Right, so anyway, I'm going to press the button now. See if you haven't put a comment on there by now, you're SOL. So ready? 3, 2, 1. There we go. That's the comments all loaded. 16 comments. I wonder what that was. I could feel it in my head.
That was good. I thought you'd done a sound effect and everything then.
I was like, I didn't really need to go and see the doctor about my blood pressure.
building up the tension.
Right, I'm thinking, oh God, it's hypertension all over again. Right, so are we ready?
Yeah, we go.
We shall pick a winner in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Andy Preston.
Yeah, well done.
His comment: Foxx has shaved his half beard off, but his clippers broke, so he couldn't finish it.
That's why he wasn't here 2 weeks ago.
Happy days, mate. Congratulations.
That has happened before. Yeah. And I've had to shave the whole thing off. Yes, Andy Preston, well done. You have won yourself the 172nd MiG-29 Fulcrum. Yeah. So
don't forget, take a picture when you receive it. Take a picture of it with yourself and post it to the Facebook page, and we'll show everybody.
Try and make it look like one of them pictures in the local newspapers where you get some idiot with a massive, ginormous cardboard check, and they're going. Oh, hello. Wait, hang on.
Kit numbers in the chat, mate, if you need it.
I've got a spider. He's just dropped down in front of me. Look, can you see him there?
Oh, yeah.
He's just dropped down in front of me.
I can barely see the aeroplane on the screen. I'm not going to see the spider.
Come here. Get off my leg. Oh, no, I don't know where he went.
Oh, that's it. You're not going to sleep now, are you?
Well, no, it looks like one of the wing mirror spiders you get on a car. They don't get very big.
Spidey's coming to get you.
No, it wasn't a house. It was just like that. It was dropping down in front of me from the ceiling. I'm like, hello.
You'll flick your hat off at the end of the show, and you'll see the hat start working its way across the bench, and you'll be like,
Yeah, next week it'll be that big, and it'll be stuck to the camera.
yeah.
No, I think it was a car. I don't know why, but a wing mirror spider. You know, the little ones that look like a little crab.
Oh,
They don't
yeah.
get very big.
It's
not a house spider.
He'll be telling Chris on the next show the spider was that big, its legs were like Popeye's forearms, you know. And it'll be,
Now, there's been a spider in our house. Now, Mrs. Ted usually hates spiders completely, but she'd spotted this spider and couldn't reach it because we've got huge ceilings, really high ceilings. She'd spotted this spider, and then she spotted it later on. It was in the kitchen. It had walked across the house and in the kitchen. Then it had walked back again. And then it turned up somewhere else. She thought it had been through so much that she wasn't going to kill it. She was just going to leave it until it escaped of its own accord.
I never kill them. I always throw them out. But yes. But the fact it came down on a web tells me it's not one of the big house spiders because they don't do dangly webs anyway.
No. They just sit there and roll up their sleeves, don't they? It's like, yeah, bring it.
That'll be an outside spider that's somehow not outside anymore. Anyway, yes, who won? Who won? I've forgotten who won.
Andy Preston, and I've put
Andy Preston,
and I've put the kit number in the chat. I did that when you was in your ramble.
Lovely. So don't forget to send an email. The address is up there at the top of the screen. ted@emodels.co.uk with your name, your address, and your phone number because they might need that for the courier, or they do need that for the courier. And just say that you won the kit with that hashtag number that's in the chat. And we'll pass that on to James, mate. And James, mate, will go packing, sending. And then you can go receiving, assembling, pictures taking, yes, happiness.
Assemble, take a picture, submit to Facebook.
Absolutely. And you've got to do proper airplane noises, Andy, as well.
Oh, that's the wrong kind of plane.
Yeah. So there, good, yes.
Good, excellent, fantastic.
That's about it. I think
Happy
we've done
days.
everything. I think we've done everything we're contractually obliged to do, and we've had a good night. So
Absolutely.
So we'll call it a night. Hopefully, Chris will be back in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah.
Not next week, the week after.
If not, I'll get the spider back and he can fill in for him again.
Yeah, we'll have a rerun with the spider. The spider could have grown twice the size by next week and stuck to the camera. You know,
I wouldn't have spied it, but because I've got a light over there, like face, and it was like I just like this little thing went glowing, and I went hello, glowing little star in front of me. I'm like, what's that?
It's when its shadows cast onto the wall, and it's a huge shadow on the wall, but it's only a teensy spider. So, anyway, yes, but thanks for joining us tonight. We'll see you in 2 weeks' time. Don't forget, we're into the summer timetable, so we have a week off, which means that we don't sweat to death in the sweat box. Sweating.
Yes.
And we do all the things. And next time, I hope that I'll have an extension lead where I can plug my fan in.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but now I shall go and put some trousers on and go and make Mrs. Ted a cup of tea.
I'm going to go and make my macaroni, cheese and chips, I think, for my dinner.
Macaroni cheese.
Macaroni, cheese and chips and curry.
Oh, I got bangers, mash and beans.
Oh, a bit of liquor.
No, just the bangers, mash and beans.
Nice pie in it, pie and liquor, not.
Speaking of liquor, I've got some Drambuie downstairs. So good night, everybody.
Have you got a lighter, Ted?
I'm going to go and set fire to my moustache.
Just as well, we're not on for another 2 weeks, then, Ted, isn't it?
Yes.
Catch you later, folks.
I've got 2 weeks to grow it back. Thanks very much, everybody.
Adios, amigos.
Bye now.
Bye.
Who's got the button this week? Chris.